Artios Academies, are you ready?
You bet your ass for taking your arm.
Judges, are you ready? Artios Academies, you may begin.
Well, now we tale about the fashion, a fizz, and a fall. It is the early 20th century. I am Natalia Goncharova, Russian future nation. The collapsing of trees in Siberia, the Tunguska event, has caused an uproar in the Russian Empire, struggling with the country that already detests them. The royal family, the Romanovs, have sent their daughter and their holy advisor to investigate the demolished forest. Observe.
Rasputin, what is the cause? Was the beautiful forest now a circle of catastrophe? This one, I find it as a young girl.
Why did the Tsar Simmons look Troy baby Romanov? Why couldn't it have been Alexei? He doesn't even complain about his hemophilia.
Why have my parents sent me to speculate the fall?
Yes, the fall of man! Much like animal upon consumption of the faded fruits. These trees have fallen under the wrath of God!
It was me. It was my father. My family is so hated by the public, and now we're hated by God himself. This is why popularity matters.
Rasputin and Anastasia went back to St. Petersburg to tell the Tsar and Tsarina why the Tunguska event had occurred. As we say in Mother Russia, to give teeth to make fly into elephant.
Plain, Father, they were plain, men, children, wailing.
Dearest Tsar, beautiful Serena, do not listen to those fantasies, listen to mine. Tsar was obliteration, annihilation!
Oh, yeah, my daughter, is Rasputin's foul speech true? The blood of the trees is on my father's hands!
Well, we shall have to release propaganda to scare the country into being devoured.
While this royal debacle took place, I found myself displaying my art at a prestigious futurist exhibition in Italy. My painting of the Tunguska event took special attention with a woman named Rochella Mussolini. Yes, my husband, Steve Mussolini. He's my microscope daddy. That's an Irish painting. Let me tell you a story here, Natalia. One day, as I was playing my futuristic instrument, the Anatomari, my husband told me to rally to the Italian fashion.
Fascism is a religion. So we know the history is essentially a fascism.
Fascism? A religion? Yes, Italia, a religion. Mussolini is going through a phase where he despises classic religions right now, so instead, he's fascist. But please do not interrupt. After his speech, I walked up to the podium and handed him a bouquet of flowers.
Thank you, Rochelle. You're a great dictator's wife. Very controllable.
Very toxic. Wait a minute, maid, Katia. Mussolini took the flowers and immediately took it away in his hands.
Let us have a tiger between our teeth, a bomb in our hands, and an infinite scorn in our hearts.
Oh.
We have buried the putrid corpse of liberty.
Natalia, these are the flowers that day. Keep them. Put them in inspiration for your next painting. After my time in Italy, I returned to St. Petersburg. On my arrival, I felt the cold of both the weather and of the citizens. Such is the way of the Slav.
Have Tunguska propaganda.
Tunguska? I painted that recently. It took a special interest with Rochella Mussolini.
Mussolini, you learned in Italy of the wrath of God that befalls us?
The wrath of God? Last time I went to Sunday school, they said God loves everyone.
Lies, woman. You must have driven the Romanovs at once.
Rasputin and Anastasia took me to the palace.
I am worried now that your painting has alerted the Italians to the state of the Russian Empire. They know now that we are fearing God's wrath as Americans fear healthy habits.
Italian, you must have their painting at once. We get no depictions of God's wrath.
Rasputin, excessive yelling shall leave you mute. Tsar, I shall destroy my painting. I too fear God's wrath, and I cannot bear to see my country in flames.
Amazing. Tasha, would you care for more champagne? I just love the way it fizzles.
Thank you. I returned to my studio that night to burn my painting, forever forgetting Tunguska. Suddenly, Rochella's flowers caught my eye. I remembered what she had said. When Mussolini took the flowers, he took it away in his hand. And I remembered what Mussolini himself
We have
said.
buried the putrid corpse of liberty.
And that is when I started to wonder if Rasputin's theory of what had caused the Tunguska event was true. The Rosas had died in the hands of political trouble. I thought back to what the Tsarina had said.
I just love the way it fizzles.
Immediately, I took to the phone to compose a message to Rasputin. Dear Rasputin, I hope this word finds you in good health. I seem to have realized that your reasoning behind the Tunguska event is not true. Though you have led the Russian people astray, myself included.
My esteemed Natalia, or may I call you Pasha? I have not the pleasure of understanding your speech. Perhaps you may stutter a bit less.
Dear Rasputin, you may not call me Tasha, and I know you can understand my speech, for you seem to be able to understand yours. The Tunguska event was not caused by God's wrath.
My Tasha, I shall have you know I was voted most likely to become a deranged speaker in grade school. If you do not accept my cause for the Tunguska event, you shall end up dead in the ground, a rotting, lifeless corpse like the trees. Sincerely mine.
To Grigory Rasputin, or can I call you Grigorushka? When I began to contemplate, I concluded a shocking summary. You see, Mussolini, a powerful political president, touched roses that instantly died.
You may not call me Gregorushka! That's what my favorite mistress calls me.
What a disgusting and interrupting message you have just sent, Grigorushka. Shall I draw it out for you? Mussolini's political tensions were the ones to kill the plan. I figured the rest out with the help of the esteemed Tsarina, fizzling champagne she gave me. I realized that this fizzling was what had caused the fateful forest to fall. And when I began to think of fizzling, I looked at my painting. I saw what it truly was. Can you not see, Grushka?
Mussolini's roses were simply dehydrated. Bruschetti's knows about housekeeping. All she does is ride around on a gondola. Thunder was the wind. Molto stupido Italiano.
No! Grushka, you are too weak to accept the truth. Listen to this very closely. The Russian Empire is falling. It is falling like the trees of Tunguska. The political turmoil between the Romanovs and the people that they rule is too great. It is shaking the earth, shaken like the soda cans that make up our world. Grigorushka, do you know what happens when you shake a soda can? It fizzles and it explodes. This is what happened to the trees. The fall of the Romanovs began a fizzling throughout the earth itself and caused the fall of Tunguska. The Romanovs will not rule for longer. The Matryoshka doll has broken open. Our revolution will be swift. My painting style, futurism, focuses on motion. The Bolsheviks are set in motion. Hail the Bolsheviks! Hail the Red Army! Death to the Romanovs! Best wishes, Natalia and Gondra. Let this be a warning to those of you in the future. We cannot let politics destroy our earth. We must fight. Do not let yourself fall like the trees of Tunguska. You must stay in motion until the end of women's lives.
For our team-created physical representation of our mystery, which is the Tunguska event, we chose to show the collapsing of trees in a way that would fit into the box very well. So go ahead and unfold it, guys. So I'll show a close-up of this in a second, but it's actually it's a bunch of tree branches that we hand cut. So here's the close-up of the physical representation of the mystery, and as you can see, each panel of the fan has intricately cut and traced tree branches, and we did this on 2 fans. The background is just propaganda to match the futurist style. The clue that is hidden in Natalia's artwork here of the Tunguska event is actually the material that it is made out of, which is soda cans. So what happens is Natalia, looking at her painting, discovers that it is made up of soda cans and that her whole world is made up of soda cans, and this helps her to confront Rasputin and eventually enact the Bolshevik Revolution, which is why this one is also a use of the color red.
The wrath of God leads Natalia astray by making her go to the Romanovs' house and almost destroy her painting, which was really depicting what actually happened, political turmoil destroying the earth.
Here's some photographs of the other 2 clues. So this is the soda can that the Tsarina presents. It breaks open at the end, and we made little can bubbles. Here's the fan on the alive side, and here's the fan on the dead side. There are can flowers that we made, and that's that. The first of our team-created sounds is a choral piece by Tchaikovsky, which we sing a cappella as we load in at the beginning of the skit. na berekatuzia, na visokic bereg na krutoj. Okay, the second of our team created noises is called an intonaru mori, which is a real futurist instrument, and we made one out of a soda can, and it sounds like this. Here's a close-up of the intonaru mori. It is based off of an actual instrument, as I said. We found that if you crumple the soda can a specific way, and then you sing into it a specific way, it produces a tone that is very similar to the original intonaru mori. Our third and final team-created sound effect is that of me singing operatic noises to highlight certain specific parts or clues that happen in the presentation, and it just goes like this. Ah! There are 3 set changes that take place all at the same time that create an overall set change, which is the Imperial Russian government being overthrown by the Bolsheviks and creating a communist party. So the first of those is this, when this Russian doll is broken open, when the Matryoshka is broken open to create the hammer and sickle of the communists. The second of the 3 set changes is actually when our box is revealed, and so the bottom of the box is turned upwards, and what happens is Natalia removes the hammer and sickle. The third and final set change is when the hammer and sickle is again revealed, this time during the deaths of the Romanovs. So she will now demonstrate what happens. So when they die, they hold up the side that says smert, which in Russian means death, and then it is flipped over. Go ahead, flip it over. It's flipped over to reveal the hammer and sickle. So for our use of red, we made it so that anything that is red aids Natalia in her overall mission of overthrowing the Imperials and establishing a communist Bolshevik government. So anything red somehow helps her in the skit to find out what she discovers and ultimately defeat Rasputin. This usage of red is again shown here, as we can see hints of blue and red down here, and then up here there is no blue. This symbolizes that in the Russian doll, which symbolizes Russia as a whole, the Bolsheviks climbed their way to the top, pushing the Imperials, the blue, the Pepsi, down to the bottom. Another use for the red and blue that we used was symbolizing Pepsi and Coke, to show the fight between the supervillain Rasputin and our hero, our detective, which is Natalia. So this is the supervillain Rasputin's costume. The creative use of materials is not only the use of soda cans, which relates to the environmentalist theme, but the specific use of Pepsi cans, which contrasts Natalia, the detective character's use of Coke, because as we all know, Coke and Pepsi are one of the biggest rivals. So that's how we wanted to emphasize the rivalry between Natalia and Rasputin, between the detective and the supervillain character. I will now talk about the 2 team-selected style elements, which are the overall appearance and the environmentalist theme. When we saw the Tunguska event, we knew that we wanted to present and take on global warming and our opinions on it, which are that politics are destroying the Earth. So we did this through Russian futurism, which was a very popular art style at the time of Natalia Goncharova and the Tunguska event. We did learn Russian to create these costumes. There's Russian writing on a lot of them. You can't see it very well in these pictures. And as you can see, each costume is made up of thousands of soda cans, each set piece is made up of thousands of soda cans, and each soda can was individually rinsed and cut by a member of our team, so it took almost 2 whole months for each costume and set piece. We did also do makeup for each one, and as it says here, our makeup was done at 4 a.m., and we wrote in Sharpie up and down our arms, we put cans on our faces, and this was all to embody the Russian futurist theme. Russian futurism focuses on motion, and we wanted to highlight the motion of global warming in our skit. We wanted to bring this to light. We wanted to present that. So we juxtapose it on the collapsing of the Russian Empire, of the Russian royal family. Much like how they are collapsing, our society will collapse too if we do not stop global warming, if we do not stop politics from destroying our Earth. And this is how we show our environmental theme through soda cans, and yes, we will be recycling all of these costumes afterwards. Hope you enjoyed watching, and Natalia would like to remind you,
We cannot let politics destroy our Earth. We must fight until the end of lemon
lime. This OM skit was not supported by Coca-Cola or any of its affiliates. Also, I don't know how to talk fast.